Katie De Fries, and I come from New Jersey, a small suburban town in New Jersey, and I'm currently studying at University of Scranton, and I'm a philosophy and psychology double major there, and I am studying abroad for the year in Belgium. Well, I wanted to go somewhere in Europe because I'd never really traveled outside of the US. I've been to Niagara Falls and besides that, Europe. But yeah, and I wanted to come to Europe and I wanted to go somewhere where they spoke another language because I thought it would be nice to be immersed in another language. And I also had to take a lot of my major classes abroad, so I had to take a lot of philosophy electives. So the schools available that had a lot of programs in English where I could take, because I'm not a, I can't speak another language well enough to say that I could study in it. So I had some choices in England and I had some choices in Scotland, and Leuven was one of my choices, and I think that it was probably one of the best choices that I could have picked out of all the other schools that I could have picked. This semester I took Dutch, um, cultural anthropology, uh, aesthetics, theory of knowledge, and then some other classes I took last semester were really interesting. I took urban anthropology, which was very new because I have never taken an anthropology course and I really liked it a lot. And I took philosophical anthropology and some modern and medieval philosophy, and mostly a lot of philosophy courses and some other electives. I really like Belgium a lot, and it's very interesting. It's got a lot of different things going on, especially with all the different with like the three different regions and the three different languages, and it's very diverse, and a lot of Americans, I feel like, don't know that much about Belgium. It's a small country in Europe, and a lot of people ask me, why Belgium? But it's a wonderful country, and everything works really well, and everyone's really friendly, and I don't know, it seems to work really well, even though there's so many different parts, which is kind of amazing. I have gotten to see a lot of different places throughout Europe. My first trip that I took, I was back in October, and it was to Barcelona, and that was really nice. And it's really fun because all the countries, they're so close to each other, but they're so different culturally, and you could travel 3 hours by plane and you'd be in a completely different environment, and it was really cool. Some other places I went to were, I recently went to Greece, which was beautiful. It was so amazing. And I really like Copenhagen a lot. I really like that. And I went to Paris and London. I don't know, I guess it also depends on what you personally like, because they're very different in style, and I don't know. I really like Belgium, and I like being submerged in another language, but it also wasn't overwhelming, because if I ever really needed help asking where something was, everyone also speaks English too, and I feel bad that I don't speak Dutch, but it was also a comfort to me. So it also depends on like how I don't know, much of a risk or how submerged you want to be in another culture too. So I don't know, it'll be hard to leave. Yeah, it's hard to believe that 9 months has gone by already. if the opportunity presents itself, I would love to come back. If anything, just to come for a visit.